Welcome to Bright Star. Today, we're diving into The Fast and the Furious, 2001, the high-octane action film that started it all. Follow Brian, Dom and the crew as they navigate the thrilling world of street racing in Los Angeles. Relive the heart-pounding action, explore behind-the-scenes secrets, and catch up with the cast today. Subscribe for more updates on your favourite action-packed classics. Paul Walker played Brian O'Connor. Paul Walker's portrayal of Brian O'Connor franchise was a cornerstone of the series' appeal, capturing the essence of a conflicted lawman turned street racer. Walker infused O'Connor with a mix of charm, intensity, and vulnerability, making him a beloved character in the action world. His ability to embody both sides of the law and his chemistry with Vin Diesel's Dominic Toretto added depth to the franchise. Walker's performance brought emotional weight to the story, particularly in his relationships with his crew and Mia Toretto, which resonated deeply with fans. His natural, laid-back style contrasted perfectly with the high-octane energy of the films, allowing Walker to stand out in a genre known for its spectacle. Birth date, September 12, 1973. Current age. Paul Walker passed away tragically on November 30th, 2013 at the age of 40 in a car accident. His legacy, however, continues to live on through the Fast and Furious films, where his character, Brian O'Connor, is immortalized as a symbol of loyalty and family. Paul Walker was more than just an action star. He was a philanthropist who used his fame for good causes. He founded Reach Out Worldwide, an organization dedicated to providing disaster relief around the world. Even after his passing, his charity work remains a vital part of his legacy. His sudden and tragic death in 2013 during the filming of Furious 7 led to an emotional farewell scene that honored both Walker and his character, cementing his place in cinematic history. Walker began his career as a child actor in television before transitioning to film roles in the late 1990s. His breakthrough came with The Fast and the Furious, 2001, where his portrayal of the undercover cop turned street racer made him a household name. Born in Glendale, California, Paul Walker grew up in a family of surfers, and his passion for the ocean was a significant part of his identity. He attended several community colleges in Southern California, where he studied marine biology, another one of his lifelong passions. Paul Walker had one daughter, Meadow Rain Walker. His relationship with his daughter was well documented, and his devotion to her was a key aspect of his personal life. Meadow has continued to honor her father's legacy, particularly through philanthropic efforts and the Paul Walker Foundation. While Paul Walker's career was more celebrated for its commercial success rather than critical accolades, his role as Brian O'Connor earned him several Teen Choice Awards and MTV Movie Awards. Posthumously, he received the Hollywood Film Award for Best Ensemble Cast in Furious 7. His legacy continues to inspire, as he was remembered by fans and co-stars for his genuine kindness and humility. Paul Walker generally stayed out of the spotlight when it came to personal drama. However, there were media reports around his relationship with his girlfriend at the time of his passing, which garnered attention due to their age difference. Despite this, Walker remained well-loved and respected throughout his career. Paul Walker was a car enthusiast in real life, much like his character in the Fast and Furious franchise. He owned a vast collection of cars and often participated in racing events. His passion for the automotive world was not just a part of his on-screen persona, but a genuine hobby. Rick Yune played Johnny Tran. Rick Yune's portrayal of Johnny Tran stands out as one of the more menacing antagonists of the franchise's early films. As a street racer and gang leader, Tran is characterized by his intense demeanor, ruthless behavior, and unwavering sense of loyalty to his family and crew. Yune's ability to embody Tran's cold, calculating nature made him a memorable antagonist, providing a strong contrast to the film's protagonists, Dominic Toretto and Brian O'Connor. While Johnny Tran doesn't possess the same depth as other characters in the franchise, Yune's performance adds a layer of menace and tension that elevates the stakes of the story. Birth date, August 22nd, 1971. Current age. Rick Yoon is currently 53 years old and continues to act in both television and film, often portraying characters with an edge of mystery or villainy. Rick Yoon gained recognition for his role as Zhao, the diamond-faced villain in Die Another Day, 2002, one of the James Bond films. His ability to play cool, calculated villains became a hallmark of his career, further enhanced by his background in martial arts, which added authenticity to his action scenes. Before transitioning into acting, Rick Yoon was a successful model and martial artist. His breakthrough role came with The Fast and the Furious, where he portrayed Johnny Tran, a character that established him as a prominent villain in the early 2000s action genre. Born in Washington, D.C., Rick Yoon holds a degree in finance from the University of Pennsylvania's Wharton School. Before entering the world of acting, he worked as an investment banker, but his passion for martial arts and modeling eventually led him to Hollywood. Rick Yoon was the first Asian American to appear in advertisements for major brands like Versace and Ralph Lauren. His modeling career was a significant part of his early success before transitioning to acting. Michelle Rodriguez played Letty Ortiz. Michelle Rodriguez's portrayal of Letty Ortiz franchise is characterized by her fierce strength, loyalty, and independence. As one of the few prominent female figures in an action-heavy series, Letty stands out as both a skilled street racer and a devoted partner to Dominic Toretto. Rodriguez brings a tough yet emotional depth to Letty, making her a fan favorite across the franchise. Her ability to portray a woman who is as competent in high-speed chases as she is in navigating complex relationships gives the character a compelling balance. Rodriguez's chemistry with Vin Diesel elevates their on-screen dynamic, making Letty an integral part of the heart and soul of the series. Birth date, July 12, 1978. Current age. Michelle Rodriguez is currently 46 years old and continues to star in action films, while also exploring other genres, demonstrating her range as an actress. Michelle Rodriguez's role as Letty Ortiz not only solidified her status as an action star, but also positioned her as a strong representation of women in action films. Her return to the Fast and Furious franchise after her character's presumed death showcased her importance to the storyline and the fanbase. Rodriguez has also used her platform to speak out on issues related to gender and diversity in Hollywood. Rodriguez's breakout role came in 2000 with Girl Fight, where she portrayed a troubled teenager turned boxer. Her gritty performance earned her critical acclaim and opened doors to more action-oriented roles, eventually leading to her casting as Letty Ortiz in The Fast and the Furious, 2001. Michelle Rodriguez was born in San Antonio, Texas, and raised in a multicultural household. She dropped out of high school early, but later earned her GED. Her diverse background and personal experiences have contributed to her strong, no-nonsense persona on and off the screen. Michelle Rodriguez's career began with accolades for her debut performance in Girl Fight, for which she won several awards, including an Independent Spirit Award. While the Fast and Furious films are not typically recognized in major award circuits, her portrayal of Letty Ortiz has garnered praise from fans and critics alike. Her ability to maintain a strong presence in a male-dominated franchise speaks to her talent and dedication to the role. Rodriguez has had some run-ins with the law, including multiple DUIs and a brief stint in jail. Additionally, she has made headlines for her candid and sometimes controversial comments regarding Hollywood, diversity, and the roles available to women in the industry. Despite these challenges, she remains a respected and influential figure in action cinema. Michelle Rodriguez is a licensed skydiver and has a passion for extreme sports, reflecting her action-packed roles on screen. She is also an advocate for animal rights and environmental causes, using her platform to support various charities and initiatives. Chad Lindberg played Jesse. Chad Lindberg's portrayal of Jesse is remembered as one of the film's most tragic and sympathetic characters. As the team's tech-savvy, mechanically inclined street racer, Jesse brought a sense of vulnerability and innocence to the otherwise tough crew led by Dominic Toretto. Lindberg's performance captured Jesse's boyish charm and his struggles with ADHD, which added layers to the character and made his fate in the film even more heartbreaking. His loyalty to his friends and his tragic ending left a lasting impact on fans of the franchise, despite only appearing in the first film. Birth date, November 1st, 1976, current age. Chad Lindberg is currently 47 years old and continues to work in television and film, often taking on roles in horror and supernatural genres. Though his role in The Fast and the Furious was brief, Lindberg's character became an emotional focal point, and his portrayal of Jesse's tragic arc remains one of the film's standout moments. Outside of the franchise, Lindberg found success in the horror and supernatural genres, most notably as the quirky character Ash in Supernatural, where he gained a cult following. Lindberg's early career included small roles in films like October Sky, 1999, where he played a teenage friend in a coming-of-age story. His role in The Fast and the Furious was his breakout moment, bringing him wider recognition as an actor capable of blending technical intelligence with emotional depth. Born in Puyallup, Washington, Chad Lindberg began acting at a young age and pursued his career through local theatre before transitioning to film and television. His passion for acting led him to Hollywood, where he quickly gained a reputation for playing characters with depth and complexity. Chad Lindberg is a paranormal enthusiast and often participates in ghost hunting activities, which he shares with his fan base. He has appeared on various paranormal-themed shows, reflecting his interest in the supernatural. Vin Diesel played Dominic Toretto. Vin Diesel's portrayal of Dominic Toretto in the Fast and Furious franchise has become synonymous with the themes of family, loyalty, and adrenaline-pumping action. As the charismatic leader of a crew of street racers turned international operatives, Toretto's character represents strength, resilience, and unwavering loyalty. Diesel brings a commanding physical presence to the role, but it is his ability to balance the toughness with moments of vulnerability that make Toretto memorable. His deep, gravelly voice and intense gaze add gravitas to the character, while his dedication to his crew creates an emotional core that resonates with fans across the world. Diesel's portrayal has been central to the Fast and Furious saga's success, spanning multiple sequels over 2 decades. Birth date, July 18, 1967. Current age. Vin Diesel is currently 57 years old and continues to star in and produce Fast and Furious films, while also expanding his work into other genres of action, science fiction, and animation. Vin Diesel's impact on action cinema is undeniable. Beyond his role as an actor, Diesel has taken on the role of producer for many of the Fast and Furious films, helping to steer the franchise into its global success. His voice work as Groot in the Guardians of the Galaxy series has further cemented his place in popular culture, proving his versatility as a performer. Diesel's acting career began with independent films, including Strays, 1997, which he wrote, directed, and starred in. His breakout role came in Saving Private Ryan, 1998, where his performance caught the attention of Hollywood. However, it was his role as Dominic Toretto in The Fast and the Furious, 2001, that launched him into superstardom. As Dominic Toretto, Diesel created a character who is equal parts street racer and philosopher, delivering one-liners about family and honor amidst high-octane action scenes. Toretto's journey from a small-time criminal to a globe-trotting hero has captivated audiences, making Diesel a cornerstone of one of the most successful action franchises in cinema history. Vin Diesel was born in Alameda County, California, and raised in New York City. His passion for acting began at a young age, leading him to pursue theatre and filmmaking. Although he studied creative writing and filmmaking at Hunter College, his early career was marked by challenges before his breakthrough in Hollywood. Diesel is a private person when it comes to his family life. He is married to model Paloma Jimenez, with whom he has 3 children. He has often spoken about the importance of family, a value that mirrors the themes of his Fast and Furious films. Diesel's close relationship with his co-star, the late Paul Walker, has been widely documented, and he continues to honor Walker's memory in interviews and tributes. While the Fast and Furious films have not been major contenders in prestigious awards shows, Diesel has won several MTV Movie Awards and Teen Choice Awards for his performances. Additionally, he has been recognized for his voice work as Groot, garnering praise for his ability to convey emotion with just a few words. Diesel's contributions to action cinema have also earned him numerous accolades from fans and the film industry, solidifying his legacy as an action star. Diesel has managed to keep most of his private life out of the spotlight, but reports of on-set tensions between him and Fast and Furious co-star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson made headlines during the production of The Fate of the Furious, 2017. Despite these reports, Diesel and Johnson have both downplayed any significant conflict, and the franchise has continued to thrive. Vin Diesel is known for his love of Dungeons and Dragons, having played the game for over 30 years. He even incorporated a reference to the game in his film Kixkixi by having his character sport a tattoo of his D&D character's name. Johnny Strong played Leon. Johnny Strong's portrayal of Leon gave the character a sense of quiet strength and loyalty. As a member of Dominic Toretto's crew, Leon didn't have as much screen time or character development as other team members, but Strong's performance brought a grounded and dependable presence to the role. His portrayal of Leon as the responsible, level-headed member of the group made him an important figure, especially during tense moments, like monitoring police scanners to protect the team. Though Leon's character did not continue in subsequent films, Strong's performance added depth to the original crew dynamic. Birth date: July 22nd, 1974. Current age: Johnny Strong is currently 50 years old and has pursued careers beyond acting, including music and martial arts. Aside from his role in The Fast and the Furious, Johnny Strong is also known for his portrayal of a soldier in Black Hawk Down, where his physicality and intensity added to his on-screen credibility. Beyond acting, Strong is a talented musician, having released multiple albums as part of his rock band, Operator. He is also skilled in martial arts, further showcasing his versatility beyond Hollywood. Johnny Strong began his career in the mid-90s, gaining attention for his performances in action and war films. His breakout role in The Fast and the Furious introduced him to a larger audience, but his love for music and martial arts has since become a defining part of his career. Born in Los Angeles, California, Johnny Strong has always pursued multiple creative and physical disciplines. Alongside acting, he has dedicated much of his time to his music career and martial arts training, reflecting a well-rounded approach to both his professional and personal life. In addition to acting, Johnny Strong is a trained martial artist with skills in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai. He is also a prolific musician, releasing multiple rock albums, and continues to balance his artistic and physical pursuits. Jordana Brewster played Mia Toretto. Jordana Brewster's portrayal of Mia Toretto franchise brings warmth, strength, and emotional depth to the action-packed series. As the sister of Dominic Toretto and the love interest of Brian O'Connor, Mia's character serves as the emotional core of the films, grounding the high-octane action in family and loyalty. Brewster seamlessly navigates Mia's roles as a loving sister, a protective mother, and a devoted partner, all while maintaining a quiet resilience. Her performance helps to humanize the fast-paced world of street racing, providing a softer contrast to the intensity of the action sequences. Brewster's chemistry with Paul Walker adds a heartfelt layer to the Fast and Furious saga, making her one of the most enduring characters in the franchise. Birth date: April the 26th, 1980. Current age: Jordana Brewster is currently 44 years old and continues to act in both television and film, maintaining a presence in action dramas and other genres. Jordana Brewster's acting career began with soap operas like All My Children and As the World Turns, where she quickly gained attention for her talent. Her breakout role came in 1998 with the sci-fi horror film The Faculty, but it was her casting as Mia Toretto in The Fast and the Furious, 2001, that solidified her career. Jordana Brewster was born in Panama and raised in London, Rio de Janeiro, and New York City, giving her a diverse cultural background. She studied at Yale University, where she graduated with a degree in English, balancing her academic pursuits with her burgeoning acting career. Brewster was married to film producer Andrew Form from 2007 to 2021, with whom she shares 2 children. In her interviews, she has often spoken about her dedication to balancing motherhood and her acting career, similar to her character Mia's devotion to family in the Fast and Furious films. Jordana Brewster is fluent in Portuguese, having spent part of her childhood in Brazil. Her multicultural background and upbringing have influenced her perspectives both on and off screen, and she has expressed pride in her Latin roots. Matt Schulz played Vince. Matt Schulz's portrayal of Vince delivered a gritty, hard-edged performance as Dominic Toretto's fiercely loyal but volatile friend. Vince's character was the muscle of the group, with Schulz bringing a rough charisma and a deep sense of brotherhood to the role. His distrust of Brian O'Connor and protective instincts towards Toretto's crew added tension to the story, making Vince a compelling, if antagonistic figure. Schulz's performance gave Vince a rough exterior, but his loyalty to the Toretto family made him a character whose vulnerability surfaced at key moments. His return in Fast 5, 2011, offered a more mature version of the character, with Schulz showcasing a deeper emotional range as Vince sought redemption. Birth date, July 3, 1972. Current age. Matt Schulz is currently 52 years old, continuing to act in film and television while also exploring roles behind the camera. Schulz's role as Vince in The Fast and the Furious helped establish him as a recognizable face in action films, but his villainous turn in Blade 2 also cemented his reputation for playing tough, physical characters. His return to the Fast and Furious franchise in Fast 5 offered fans a look at Vince's growth, giving Schulz the chance to expand his character's emotional depth. Schulz's early career began with roles in smaller films and television before landing his breakout role in The Fast and the Furious. His performance as Vince opened doors for him in the action genre, leading to roles in films like Blade, Seku, and The Transporter. Born in St. Louis, Missouri, Matt Schulz pursued both music and acting from a young age. Before turning to acting, Schulz had a background in guitar, which continues to be one of his passions outside of film. In addition to acting, Schulz is an accomplished guitarist and is considered pursuing music professionally at different points in his career. His creative interests span beyond acting, including a passion for writing and producing films. Ja Rule played Edwin. Ja Rule's portrayal of Edwin brought a memorable, albeit brief, energy to the film as a hot-headed street racer. As one of the competitors in the underground racing scene, Edwin's ambition and brash personality made him stand out in his few scenes. Ja Rule's performance, while not a major role in the film, added to the authentic street racing culture that the movie sought to portray. Edwin's loud and competitive nature, mixed with Ja Rule's natural charisma, made his character a notable figure in the high-stakes racing sequences. Birth date, February 29, 1976. Current age. Ja Rule is currently 48 years old, and while he continues to act, his primary career has been as a successful rapper and music producer. While Ja Rule's role as Edwin in The Fast and the Furious was brief, it gave him visibility in Hollywood at a time when his music career was at its peak. His subsequent roles in action films like Half Past Dead solidified him as an actor who could transition from music to film, although he ultimately remained more focused on his career in hip-hop. Ja Rule, born Jeffrey Atkins, began his career in music, quickly rising to fame in the late 1990s and early 2000s with hits like Always on Time and Livin' It Up. His move to acting began with supporting roles in films, including The Fast and the Furious, where he played a minor but memorable character. Ja Rule was born and raised in Queens, New York, and is known for his gritty urban background, which influenced his music and acting career. He has spoken about his difficult upbringing, including time spent in legal trouble, which shaped his persona both in his music and on screen. Ja Rule is married to Aisha Atkins, and they have 3 children. He has maintained a relatively private personal life, focusing on his family while balancing his music and acting careers. While Ja Rule is primarily known for his achievements in the music industry, including Grammy nominations and several Billboard hits, his work in film has earned him recognition as a versatile performer. His role in The Fast and the Furious, although brief, remains one of his most iconic film appearances. Ja Rule has faced some legal troubles throughout his career, including a prison sentence for tax evasion and illegal gun possession. Additionally, his involvement in the infamous Fyre Festival scandal in 2017 garnered significant media attention, affecting his public image. Despite his fame as a rapper and actor, Ja Rule is also a successful entrepreneur, having ventured into various business endeavors, including a partnership with app development companies. Tom Barry played Agent Bilkins. Tom Barry's portrayal of Agent Bilkins in The Fast and the Furious, 2001, and Too Fast, Too Furious, 2003, brought a calm, authoritative presence to the franchise. As a seasoned FBI agent tasked with tracking down street racers and undercover operatives, Bilkins represents the law's pragmatic, no-nonsense side. Barry's performance gave Bilkins a sense of professionalism and experience, balancing the high-energy, action-packed world of illegal racing with a level-headed approach to solving the case. His interactions with both Brian O'Connor and Roman Pierce reveal his firm but fair demeanor, showing that his character is more interested in getting results than in playing by the book. Birth date: December 6th, 1950. Current age: Tom Barry is currently 73 years old and continues to appear in film and television, where he is often cast in authoritative roles, such as police officers or military personnel. In addition to his role as Agent Bilkins in The Fast and the Furious, Tom Barry is best known for his long-running role as Detective Will Jeffries in Cold Case, where his understated performance helped solve emotional, decades-old crimes. His work in procedural dramas has established him as a reliable character actor with a talent for playing calm, authoritative figures. Tom Barry's acting career began after working in voiceover roles in commercials. His breakthrough came when he transitioned into television and film, where he became known for playing law enforcement officers and military figures. His role as Agent Bilkins in The Fast and the Furious helped cement his reputation in the action genre. Tom Barry was born in Cleveland, Ohio, and before becoming an actor, he served in the United States Air Force. His military background has influenced the authoritative roles he often plays. He later transitioned into acting, drawing on his disciplined experience to embody law enforcement and military characters with authenticity. Before acting, Tom Barry had a successful career as a disc jockey. His voice work led to opportunities in commercials, which eventually helped him transition to on-screen acting. Ted LaVine played Sergeant Tanner. Ted LaVine's portrayal of Sergeant Tanner brought a calm and authoritative presence to the film. As a seasoned LAPD sergeant who oversees Brian O'Connor's undercover operation, Tanner plays a pivotal role in guiding O'Connor while managing the tension between law enforcement and the world of illegal street racing. LaVine's portrayal of Tanner is marked by his signature gravelly voice and no-nonsense demeanor, effectively grounding the character as a mentor figure who cares about the mission and the individuals involved. His performance gives the character a steady, experienced authority figure amid the high-octane chaos of the street racing world. Birth date: May 29th, 1957. Current age: Ted LaVine is currently 67 years old and continues to act in a variety of television and film roles, often portraying authoritative or morally complex characters. LaVine's most famous role as the chilling serial killer Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs remains one of his career-defining performances, showcasing his ability to take on dark and complex characters. However, his role as Captain Leland Stottlemyre in the detective series Monk highlighted his versatility as an actor, bringing a more humorous and supportive character to life. His work across a wide range of genres has made him a respected figure in Hollywood. Ted LaVine began his career in theatre before transitioning into film and television roles in the 1980s. His breakout came in 1991 with his haunting portrayal of Buffalo Bill in The Silence of the Lambs, which catapulted him to fame as a character actor capable of deep intensity. Ted LaVine was born in Bel Air, Ohio, and studied acting at Marlborough College in Vermont. His early career was heavily influenced by his work in theatre, which shaped his approach to the diverse and complex characters he would later portray in film and television. LaVine's gravelly voice has become one of his trademarks, helping him land a variety of roles as authoritative figures. Despite his intense role in The Silence of the Lambs, LaVine is known for his kindness on set and his dedication to supporting younger actors. Noel Goguen played Hector. Noel Goggen's portrayal of Hector and similar types of characters throughout his career brought a streetwise authenticity to the film. As a key figure in the street racing world, Hector's character is often depicted as a neighborhood leader with strong connections in the underground racing community. Guglielmi's natural charisma and ability to portray tough yet approachable characters made Hector a memorable figure, even with limited screen time. His performance contributed to the gritty and realistic portrayal of the street racing culture, cementing his status as a go-to actor for urban, tough guy roles in Hollywood. Birth date, October 15th, 1970, current age. Noel Goguen is currently 53 years old and continues to be active in both film and television, known for portraying characters with a street-smart edge. Noel Goguen has built a career on playing characters that represent urban life, often cast as gangsters or tough street figures. His role as Hector in The Fast and the Furious is just one of many times he has portrayed a character by that name, leading to a running joke that he is often cast in similar roles across different films. Despite typecasting, Guglielmi's consistency and authenticity have made him a recognizable figure in Hollywood. Guglielmi's acting career took off in the late 1990s with small roles in television and film. His breakthrough came with The Fast and the Furious, where his portrayal of Hector helped him establish a niche as a reliable actor for urban-themed roles in action and crime dramas. Born and raised in Southern California, Noel Goguen grew up in a rough neighborhood, which later influenced the types of roles he would take in Hollywood. His personal experiences have shaped his portrayal of characters from similar backgrounds, adding a layer of authenticity to his performances. Goguen has spoken openly about his rough upbringing and the challenges he faced before finding success in Hollywood. Despite his on-screen persona, he is known to be a motivational speaker and uses his platform to encourage young people to avoid gang life and pursue positive goals. Noel Goguen is not only known for his acting, but also for his role as a motivational speaker. He frequently speaks at schools, churches, and organizations, offering guidance to at-risk youth and sharing his own story of overcoming a challenging upbringing.